Hi to all. This is Venu, contract lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department from GMR Polytechnic, Portnor. Now we are going to see the chapter called as an press tools, the jigs and the friction. In that, first we are going to see the press tools. See the sites which I am going to show you. So name these items. Those are in the screen. You are seeing a 3 balls. How it has made? Can you guess? So these balls are made with the help of a process called as the press. The press means nothing but an applying the force. Next, see this. This is also a ball. This is also made with the help of a press. How this is possible? How these two types of balls is possible to make? What do you see in the figure? You are seeing one person who has taken a rod and he is trying to bend the rod with his knee by applying the force in the middle. So when he is slowly applying the force in the middle by gripping the hand with the help of two hands, it will bends. That is with the help of an external force. Press tools. Now we are going to see regarding the press tools. So what is meant by the press tool? Now we will see. A press or the machine press is a tool used to work on the metal by changing its shape and changing its internal shape. I repeat, a press or machine press is a tool used to work on the metal, which is used to work on the metal by either changing its shape or changing its internal structure. Press working may be defined as the chipless manufacturing process. So the press working, that is defined as the chipless manufacturing process. The press working is usually done at room temperature. The press working which is done at the room temperature. See the figure, the press working. I am zooming. Just see on the screen. Press working. From the bottom I am coming and telling the parts. Bottom one is a die. Above that one you are seeing the desk, and above that the ram, punch, or the tool manual. These are you are seeing. So what is happening there? We are applying the force from the external or from the vertical position. We are applying the force from the vertical position. So this figure illustrates a simple press working machine. This figure illustrates a simple press working machine. So a fly press or a hand press. This figure illustrates the fly press and the hand press. Thus, a press is a metal forming machine tool. What is nothing but a press? A press is a metal forming machine tool. So, designed to shape or cut the metal using a mechanical force. So, which is used to design to the shape or cut metal using a mechanical force. See the figure, the construction details of an press tool. I think you all are getting this figure on your screen, right? I will go for the main parts. The first one is the ram, second one is the ram guide, third one pitman, fourth one crankshaft, fifth one flywheel, sixth one punch, seventh one die, eighth one bolster plate, ninth one base, 10th one frame. I repeat it once again. So in the figure which you are getting on the screen, those two figures are the same, front view and the side view, only that is a change. I repeat once again the main parts of the press tool. Those are number 1 is an ram, 2 is an ram guide, 3 is an pitman, 4th crankshaft, 5th flywheel, 6th punch, 7th die, 8th bolster plate, 9th base, 10th frame. Now we will go for the ram. So what the ram will do? It will reciprocates, receive the power either mechanical or hydraulically, slides on the ram guide. I repeat, the main functions of the ram is it will get a reciprocate, receives power either mechanical or hydraulic, slides on the ram guide. Second one, the pitman. It is a connecting rod driven by the crank or eccentric. Pitman is nothing but a connecting rod which is driven when by the crank or eccentric. The stroke of the ram is altered by its length. That means the stroke of the ram that is altered or controlled or it can be adjusted by its length. Power press. Crankshaft. It holds the flywheel on the end and the crank in the middle. Crankshaft. It holds the flywheel on the end and the crank in the middle. Flywheel. It is directly coupled to the electric motor. So in this the flywheel is directly coupled or directly attached to the electric motor. It is connected to the crankshaft through a clutch. It is connected through a crankshaft through a clutch. During the idle periods, the energy is stored in it. During the idle period, the energy is stored in it. So the main function of the flywheel is to store the energy. For the generators, which you will see in the outside, it consists of a flywheel, which is a round cylindrical one that is used to store the energy. The main purpose of the flywheel is to store the energy. Those type of flywheel you can see in the automobiles also. Now, so in this criteria, the power press, the flywheel, it is used to store the energy, that is during the idle periods, and during the running period it will release the energy. Is the main part which we have to keep in our mind. So during the cutting stroke, the energy is released. During the cutting stroke, the energy will get released. So thus it maintains the constant speed of the ram. In this way, it maintains the constant speed of the ram. Punch. Our next topic is a punch. It is the upper member of the press. Punch is nothing but it is the upper member of the press. It is fixed to the lower end of the ram. What it will do? It will fix it to the lower end of the ram. It exerts tremendous thrust on the plate. It exerts tremendous thrust on the plate to work from it to the desired shape. So it exerts tremendous thrust from the plate to form it from the desired shape. Then the die. It is the lower member of the press. It is fixed on the plate of the table, known as a bolster. So what is meant by bolster means that is nothing but a fixed, it is a fixed on the plate on the table, that is known as a bolster. The sheet metal to be formed is placed between the punch and the die. The sheet metal is to be formed is placed between the punch and the die. Hey, need to place for one. ఇటు పైన చూడు బ్లాక్ కలర్ bolster plate. It is a flat plate fitted on the base. Bolster plate is nothing but a flat plate which is fitted on the base. It supports the die block and other accessories of the press. Bolster plate supports the die block and other accessories of the base. Now come to the point of a base. It is a supporting member of the press. Here the base is nothing but a supporting member of the press. It provides arrangement for tilting and clamping the frame. What we will do? It will provide the arrangement for tilting and clamping of the frame. Frame. All presses commonly have a C-shaped frame, that is also called as a gap type. All presses commonly have a C-shaped frame. It takes up the vertical thrust of the ram. So this is the power press, a solid figure which you can see on the screen. This is also a power press. So you see in the figure, you are seeing the power press. I am making a zoom. So on the, you are seeing a V-typed coupling. One is the male and other one is the female. So in the figure, we are applying the force from the vertical direction, and from the bottom, that is an fixed one. The top one is an movable one. Specifications. How the press tool is specified. How the press is specified. In tons of force, it is able to apply without undue pressure. So in tons of force, that means in the large force, it is able to apply without undue pressure. By its stroke length, by its bed area, by its stroke length and by its bed area. That means how much the space it has been occupied. Press tool specifications. The mechanical presses have capacity ranging between 5 to 4,000 tons. The mechanical presses have the capacities ranging between the 5 to 400 tons. Hydraulic press have capacities as large as 50,000 tons. The capacity of the mechanical press is 5 to 4,000 tons, and hydraulic presses have a capacity as large as 50,000 tons. So designation of a mechanical press. Now we are going to see the designation of a mechanical press. As per BIS code IS 8064/1985, a mechanical press is designed by the following parameters. A mechanical press that is designed by the following parameters. What are they? The first one is the type of the frame. Second, lay of frame. Third, drive mechanism. Fourth, number of points suspended by the ram. Fifth, tonnage capacity. Sixth, dimensions of an bed. I repeat. First, the type of frame. Second, lay of frame. Third, drive mechanism. Fourth, the number of points suspending the ram. Fifth, the tonnage capacity. And the sixth one is the dimensions of a bed. Example, we will see on the screen. GIE 100,000 into 630. In that, we will see G is nothing but a gap frame, I is nothing but an inclinable, E is nothing but an eccentric gear type, 1 is nothing but a 1-point suspension, 100 it is nothing but a tonnage capacity, 1000 L2 R dimensions of the bed, 630 F2 B dimensions of the bed. Source which I have taken from the YouTube. శానిటైజర్ కొట్టుకో, నేను కొడతా శానిటైజర్ కాసేపు అయిన తర్వాత. అదొద్దు. వద్దు, నువ్వు పెట్టుకో కావాలంటే. Classification of the presses. Now we are going to see the different types of the classification of the press. Yeah, according to the method of power transmission, there is a crank press. See in the figure, a piston, connecting rod, that is also called as a pitman. Below that you are seeing the piston movement, that is from the TDC and the BDC, it is connected to the camshaft. So that's why that is called as a crank press. Next, eccentric press. So the same, the piston and the pitman. So in the place of an camshaft, sorry, you are seeing the eccentric press. So due to the rotating motion of the eccentric press, pitman, it must move from the TDC to BDC. Now the cam driven press, the same piston, the connecting rod is also called as a pitman here. So on the top you are seeing the cam driven cam. So due to the movement of the cam, it will tries to move from the TDC to the BDC or from the BDC to the TDC. Toggle press, see on the screen the toggle press. So here also, here you are seeing the linking mechanism. Here you are seeing the linking mechanism. So due to the movement of the linking, what will happen? The piston, it will move from the TDC to BDC or from the BDC to TDC. Next, knuckle press. Next, rack and pinion press. So see on the screen. So rack and the pinion, you are seeing the both things. So those consists of an, in the outside area, it consists of the gear shaped teeth. So due to the presence of an gear shaped sheets on the rack and the pinion, initially from the external source, the rack or the rack will get the movement. So due to that movement, it will move the up, and in the reverse direction it will move the down. Like that, the piston will move from the TDC to the BDC or from the BDC to the TDC. Based on a number of slides. Single action press, you are seeing the single action press. I am making a zoom. We will go for the parts, that is from the bottom side: pedal, bed, bolster plate, slide, connecting rod, crankshaft, and the above flywheel, clutch, brake, and the electric motor. These are the main parts of a single action press. Here we can see the double action press. So what is happening here? I will read out the main point once. Blank, die, hold down, punch, outside ram and the inside. So what we can do? We can make the two different operations at a time, or we can perform the two different types of operations at a faster rate when coming to the point of a single action press. Triple action press. See in the figure. upper crankshaft, cams, inner slide, outer slide, and in the bottom you are seeing the bottom slide. So due to the presence of an inner, outer and the bottom slide, what will happen? Our workpiece, which we are already on the die, it will tries to bend its shape due to the action of an pressure. So this is the function of an triple action press. Next, the classification of the presses based on the design of the frame: gap press, inclinable press and the adjustable press. Now we are going to see regarding the gap press or open frame press. Gap press or open frame press. Gap press has a gap below the arm. See in the figure, it is having the gap below the arm. This gap permits to work on wide components. See this gap, it is used to permit the wide components. This is the gap here. So the gap facilitates the feeding, that is the feeding of the workpiece. So this figure illustrates the gap press. I am making a zoom. So here we can see clearly the gap. This is an example for an gap press. Next, inclinable press. Our next topic is an inclinable press. It can tilt back on its base, as shown in the figure. It can tilt backside on its base. This facilitates the removal of scrap from die cavity. What it will do? It facilitates the removal of scrap from the die cavity. That means we can remove the excess material from the die cavity. Finished products also be removed. So this is a solid figure for the inclinable press. Here also you can see the inclinable press. Next is an adjustable press. Our next one is an adjustable press. So this is just similar to our gap and the inclinable. But where is the change? There is a only change that we can adjust its height. So the die is fitted on the table. The table can be lower or the raised. This is the main advantage for this. So the table can be lower or the raised. This enables the handling of different sizes of the work. So it enables the handling of different sizes of the work. That is nothing but it can accommodate the different sizes of a workpiece. So this is a figure of an adjustable press. You can see on the screen clearly. Adjustable press. Classification of the presses: D, based on the design of the frame: horn press, straight side press and the pillar press. Based on the design of frame: horn press, straight side press and the pillar press. Horn press, you can see on the screen, horn. This is an cylindrical horn like projection. This is an cylindrical horn like projection. It acts as a die support. It will act as a die support. You can see the horn press clearly on the screen. I am making a zoom. Observe clearly. That is the example for the horn press. This is also the horn press. Straight side press. Straight side press. It has a two frames on the base. It has a two frames on the base. See on the screen, right? It is having the two bases. They take severe load from the ram suitable for heavy work. They take severe load from the ram suitable for the heavy work. Straight side press. So this is a figure for the straight side press. Straight side hydraulic press. Pillar press. Press tools. Here the pillar press. This is also a figure for the pillar press. Now we are seeing the hydraulic pillar, the double press. So now we will see the related video which I have taken from the YouTube. Watch this clearly.
Today we will discuss about principle of mechanical press. What is the principle of mechanical press and how it will work? We know that press is used for pressing any metal or workpiece for getting desired shape of product. Firstly, we will discuss about parts of the mechanical press. We have a base on which bolster plates are connected. These bolster plates are used for connecting die. There, a die can be placed or attached to the bolster plate. This is the crankshaft which will rotate. There is a flywheel which is connected to the rod of the crankshaft for maintaining fluctuation of load. There is a brake for providing braking system to the process. There is a connecting rod or also called a pitman which is connected to the crankshaft. There are guide mechanisms for providing base to the piston or piston rod. There is a clutch which is used for engaging and disengaging purpose. It is connected to the belt drive. Now what will happen? Crankshaft will rotate and it will give motion to this piston rod in the upward and downward direction. By this motion, this piston will create force on the workpiece and we will get desired shape of the product. So this is the principle of the mechanical press in which a crankshaft is used and it is connected to the piston and piston rod for getting the desired force. So thank you for seeing this video. For more videos, you can subscribe me on my channel Learn and Grow. Thank you.
How this coin is made? See on the screen. Just can you guess how this coin is made? So by the traditional machining, in the traditional machining process, we have seen the process called as in pressing. It may be the hydraulic press, pneumatic press, or the mechanical press. With the help of that, we will manufacture a or we will make a coins. So by what method this is prepared? This is a simple example for the keychain. What is this? Nothing but a dice. So press working nomenclature. I am making a zoom. From my right side, I am telling the parts. That is from the top. RAM, beside that punch holder, guide posting bushing, guide post, stripper, metal strip, shank, punch, stop, die block. At the bottom you are seeing a bolster plate. I repeat, RAM, punch holder, guide post bushing, guide post, stripper, metal strip. The bottom you are seeing a press bed, about that bolster, die block, stop, punch and a shank. Punch, the male component of the die assembly. The punch is nothing but the male component of the die assembly. Enters into the die cavity section. It is enters into the die cavity section. The upper member of the press tool, the sliding element. It is the upper member of the press tool and the sliding element. See here the figure punch. From the top you are seeing a clearance, below that punch and the land, solid stripper, angular clearance, die lower shoe in the clearance hole. So these are the example for the punches. These are the example for the punches. So with the help of an punching, what will make the products which you are seeing on the screen. So these are the different punches. These all are the different punches. So die punch assembly. Die punch assembly. I am reading the parts, that is from the top and my the right side. RAM, punch holder, guide post bushing, guide post, stripper, metal strip. Shank, punch, stop, die block. The punch which you have seen now. Die. The die is nothing but a female component of the die assembly. Die, it is nothing but a female component of the die assembly. It has an opening or cavity to receive the punch. It has an opening or cavity to receive the punch. The lower member of the press tool, that is nothing but the lower member of the press tool. The stationary element, it is nothing but a stationary element. So this is the figure which you have seen before only. A punch and the die, those are the same. But punch is nothing but a male component and the die is nothing but a female component which you have seen. So see, these are the production dies which you have seen in the screen. So use of an die accessories. What are the use of an die accessories means? The systematic operation, correct location, and for the proper removal of finished components. I repeat, the systematic operation, correct location, and the proper removal of a finished components. Uses of a die accessories. The following are the die accessories: stops, pivots, strippers, knockouts, pressure pads. I repeat, stops, pivots, strippers, knockout and the pressure pads. Die accessories. In the first we are seeing the stops, button and the lever type. See on the screen, I am making a zoom. First one is an pan, second one is an button, third one is an plate, and fourth one is an die block. See, the main differences between the button type and the lever type. In the figure, pin number 3 and the number 2, only that is the change. What is the change? For the step, you are seeing a button type here, and in the next figure you are seeing the lever type, which is an inverted L type. So these are the example for an stops. They are used for correct spacing of the sheet metal. These are used for the correct spacing of the sheet metal. Pin type stop. Here you are seeing the pin type stop. Pillars, it enables the correct location of the blank. The purpose of the pillars is to correct location of the blank. So die accessories, in that we are going to see the stripper. It holds the work prior to the punch entry, which is used to hold the work prior to the punch entry. Discards the workpiece from the punch or the die. It discards the workpiece from the punch or the die. Discards the work at the end of the cutting or forming. See on the screen. At the top you are seeing the punch retainer. Below that punch, below that you are seeing a stripper, die bushing, and the die retainer. Next, knockouts. Used to eject the workpiece from the die set. The purpose of the knockout is used to eject the workpiece from the die set. Eject means that is used to remove the workpiece from the die set. Parts. First one is a stripper, second die holder, third one die, fourth one plate, fifth one knockout plate, sixth one punch. I repeat, the first one is a stripper, second one die holder, third one die, fourth one plate, fifth one knockout plate, and a sixth one punch. So this is an knockout. So completely this is called as a knockout set. So die accessories. Pressure pad. It is either flat or countered. The shape, that is nothing but it is either the flat or it may be the countered. It is a pressure loaded plate. It is used to hold, control or strip the material during the cutting or forming operation. That means it is used to hold, control or to strip the metal during the cutting or forming operations. See the pressure pad. The first one is a punch, second helical spring, third one blank, fourth one die, and the fifth one pressure pad. So from the top, with the help of a punch, we are applying the pressure from the vertical direction. You are seeing a blank, that is a number 3, which is get bent when it is subjected to a punch under a external load. You can also see here. See here, fifth one you are seeing a pressure pad in the bottom which supports the work, which is used to support the work.